And we are going live, starting the broadcast in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Locker Live Weekly, streaming live on Instagram and on YouTube. Welcome, Max. Thanks for joining today on Instagram. And we have Instagram and YouTube live. If you're following on Instagram, it's at Locker Room. If you're on YouTube, it's Selfie Torah, the Rabbi Locker channel. Just search for Selfie Torah, and it is there. You can think of your Stump the Rabbi questions, and you can send them in, type them into Instagram, type them in to the YouTube channel. Hello, Matt. Shout out to you following on YouTube. And we have a great top 10 list for today. I love the top 10 list. I made them up. There's some funny items that we will have. And hello, Glenn or Chloe or whoever it is that is, and Liz, whoever it is that's following. Wave back to you on Instagram. So once again, if you have any, we're going to have some news and exciting information. If you have any Stump the Rabbi questions, you can feel free to ask them here. And we have one coming up here on YouTube from Matt. We'll get there in a minute. I'll introduce the top 10. And once again, there's only going to be a 15 to 20 minute show. Will be done by approximately 8:20. And we'll do this again every week. So once again, thank you all for joining. And, there we go. Our top 10 list for today is strange questions that I have about sports. I love sports. I'm very into them. As most of you know, I'm a Yankee fan. But there are a few things that are very confusing to me about sports. So we're going to give our top 10 list soon. And if anyone has any that you can suggest to send in as a top 10 strange things about sports, imponderables, feel free to do that. Well, Matt has a question. And we'll start with that after we have a couple of announcements. There will be a Nageela in Henderson, Green Valley on tomorrow at 6:45. That's a Wednesday. Green Valley, Henderson area at the district. If you live there, feel free to join us. We will be off for next week's Nageela's in both locations because of Rosh Hashanah, and we'll also be off for Locker Live next week because it will actually be on Rosh Hashanah. So, and again, Tuesday night next week, or the week after, will be Yom Kippur. So we'll see about rescheduling, but the Tuesday night will not happen in Locker Live the next couple of weeks. So if you're coming in, say hi, shout out, give anyone else a shout out, feel free to ask questions, and we're so happy to have you join us right here. There's something exciting happened yesterday. We sent out an email introducing a brand new Nageela rabbi. And this is exciting to me because growth is awesome. And Nageela does so many great things, so many kids and adults and families who have been affected positively by what goes on at Nageela. So having another rabbi working on Nageela programming is awesome. Rabbi Smith will be leading the Nageela programs in the LA area, living in Tarzana, and running stuff throughout the valley and the city in LA. It's awesome. We're super excited. He's a lot of fun. Everybody loves him, and I've known him for a long time, and he's going to rock, and I'll be part of camp as well. So here we go. Matt wants to know the following question, and Matt gives a shout-out to Deutsch. Did I do it well enough, Matt, or do I have to do it louder? Deutsch! Why did Moses go through the ocean? So now wants to know, what's the deal? Why would... Yes, you did meet Rabbi Smith in camp. He was there. This is very confusing. I'm watching the YouTube, and there's a delay, and I'm doing stuff like... It's like really, really awkward. Why did Moses cross the ocean? So the trick is, Matt, first of all, it wasn't the ocean. It was the sea, the Red Sea or the Sea of Reeds. And it wasn't actually necessary for them to cross it. They could have gotten from Egypt to Israel without it. However, the bad guys were chasing them. You ever seen any of these spy movies like CIA or FBI and the bad guys are on your tail and I got to shake them, so you do maneuvers? Going into the sea was actually a maneuver to shake the bad guys. right? Here were the Egyptians chasing the Jews, and we had to get rid of them. We were stuck by the water, so I guess we went in the water. The water split. The Egyptians went in. The water covered them up. They got stuck, and we got out. So that was our way of shaking the bad guys, which I think is really, really cool. Okay, so here comes the beginning of our top 10 list. And again, if you have any other Stump the Rabbi questions or other Nageela questions, feel free to ask them right here, right now. So, number 1, or number 10 rather, strange questions I have about sports. Why is it called football if you use your hands? Football, hands. Doesn't make sense. That's number 10. Okay, if you disagree, have a question about any of them, feel free to scream at me or add it to the chat. Agree, disagree, or come with your own comments. Number 9. The part of the stadium that you sit in is called the stands. Why are they called the stands if you sit in them? Number 8. Why do they play Take Me Out to the Ball Game if you're already there? Boom. You like that one. Okay, so those are our top 3 so far. And again, if anyone has any other ones. I don't get it, Matt. Why is it called MMA instead of karate? Because it's not just karate. It's actually mixed martial arts. They use karate and aikido and jiu-jitsu and kung fu and wrestling and boxing and many other sports. So that is why. Okay. So number 10, why is it called football if you use your hands? Number 9, why do you sit if they're called stands? Number 8, why do they sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game if you're already there? Number 7, why is football even called a ball? It's the wrong shape. I never got that. Why is it called a football? This is not called a mouse ball. Right? So yes, Matt, MMA is different. MMA, you can do whatever martial arts you want. That's why it's called mixed martial arts. It's not karate. It's any martial arts you want. That's why it's mixed martial arts. Okay. Number 6. What? Okay, I love this. Every baseball stadium is something called the bleachers. Why are they called the bleachers if they're the least clean part of the stadium? The bleachers should be clean. Yes, Glenn, great question. Why do you drive in a parkway and park in a driveway? This particular list is a sports list, but that's a great imponderable as well. Okay, why is a strike terrible in baseball but amazing in bowling? How does that make sense? Number 4, was Stanley always drunk? Why did Stanley have such a big cup? Is he drinking all the time? That's number 4. Again, anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them in if you have a Stump the Rabbi question or so. This is open, and we'll do a little more Stump the Rabbi, hopefully, after we're done with the top 10 list. So try to keep on it. Why do baseball, number 3, baseball players pitch on a mound, but soccer players play on a pitch? Figure that one out. It's kind of like driving in a parkway, parking in a driveway. You pitch in a mound, but you kick soccer on a pitch. All right. Number 2, there's only one person named Judge in professional sports that I know of. And he doesn't play on a court. Wow. Okay. And number 1, why is the guy who stands all the way in the back only a quarterback? He should be an all the way back. Well, those are my top 10. We'll do a quick review of them. Once again, if anybody has... Yeah, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is not playing a court. Plays in a field. He's Judge playing a court, right? Okay. So, quick review of the top 10, and then we'll get to some other questions or pieces of news. And again, thank you guys for joining, everyone who is joining, both on YouTube and on Instagram. You can share this, tell your friends about it. We love to do it every week. So, of course, not next week. No, Aaron Judge is not on the tennis court. He is a baseball player. Sorry. Aaron Judge plays for the New York Yankees, or he will again when his wrist fully heals. But he plays in a field, not on a court. All right. So number 10, why is cold football if you use your hands? Number 9, why do you sit in the stands? Number 8, why do they sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" if you're already there? Number 7, why is the football even called a ball? It's the wrong shape. Number 6, why are the bleachers the least clean part of the stadium? Number 5, why is the strike terrible in baseball but great in bowling? Number 4, was Stanley always drunk? Why does he have such a big cup? Number 3, why do baseball players pitch on a mound and soccer players kick on a pitch? Number 2, why does only judge in sports play in a field and not on a court? And number 1, why is the guy who stands all the way in the back called the quarterback? He should be in all the way back. I'll be posting these top 10 lists on Instagram and Facebook as well. And you can go and share it. Sit in the stands, you can see all the drunk people going crazy. Okay. Great. Great answers. Okay, so here we go. We're going to move on with a couple more questions. Another question or two. If anyone has one on Instagram or on YouTube, you can go and ask. Otherwise, I will go to my handy list of questions that people have asked me that I haven't gotten a chance to do Stump the Rabbi yet. So, here we go. I'll ask you, and you guys go ahead and tell me. You guys go ahead and tell me if you think you have an answer. Huh. So I'm going to ask you this. Is there ever such a thing as giving too much charity? I'm going to think about this. I'm not going to answer right away because I'm going to give you guys a chance to think about it and answer on YouTube and on Instagram. Is there ever such a thing as giving too much charity? We know that Jews are very into being generous. Charity is a mitzvah. Charity is exciting. Can you give too much? Okay. Think about that. Type in an answer. I'd love to hear some feedback from the crowd. And back up your answer. Try to give us explanations. Ooh, okay. We have someone wrote in a joke. What did the coach say to the broken vending machine? It's good to have that joke while everyone else is thinking about the answer to the question. And Matt, on YouTube, you can go ahead and answer as well. What did the coach say to the broken vending machine? I give up. Who is that, by the way? Is that Yaakov? Who are you, Yak Attack? Oh, give me my quarterback. All right. Hey, Yaakov. All right. Give me my quarterback. Good one. Okay. So, Yaakov or Glenn, whoever else is on, Matt or Max, a few different people are on the Instagram feed. Can you give too much charity? Is it ever too much charity? By the way, piece of news in the meantime, there is no Nageela Hebrew School this Sunday. If you were coming to Nageela Hebrew School, awesome, but this Sunday will not be happening because it's right before Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah, of course, starts this Sunday night. Monday morning is time for shofar blowing. It's important for all Jews to hear the shofar, listen to the messages of the shofar. There's a great fun video that I put out on my YouTube channel. We did at the Hebrew School, a little silent movie about the reasons for the shofar. You can go ahead and watch it. I will put a link here in the YouTube chat, but if I can, but I don't think I can put a link in the Instagram, but the link to my general channel goes like this. I'll type it in. And you can look for the silent movie, shofar silent movie. Hey, Steve from San Diego. How are ya? So, Steve, we're discussing a question here. You tell me what you think. We know Jews are very into being generous and giving charity. Is there ever such a thing as giving too much charity? Okay, that's the question that is on the table right now. I want to hear from you guys. Tell me what you have to say. Is there ever such a thing as too much charity? And I'm going to go ahead and share the link to the shofar silent movie. Here we go. And I will get the share link, and we'll be off here in a couple of minutes. Copy. I'll put it on the YouTube chat here as well. All right. So, anyone have an answer? Is there ever such thing as too much charity? If not, we'll just let it slide and let you guys go and think about it over time. As the new year begins, Rosh Hashanah is an exciting time to think about the coming year. What do we want? The year is beginning this Sunday night. Our potential for the year, what kind of year we're going to have. Think about the kind of year you want to have. Think about what kind of choices we want to make in the upcoming year, how much we want to learn, how much we want to grow, what kind of friends we want to have. And Steve says, there's no such thing as too much charity. We should give as much as we want. Okay, that's Steve. Awesome thought. There's never too much. You give as much as you want to. Does anyone else have a different opinion on that? Also, I'll give the devil's advocate approach. Can there possibly be such a thing as too much charity? What do you guys think? Is there ever such a thing as too much charity? So I'll tell you what I think about that. People on YouTube are thinking like, well, what exactly is going on here? On YouTube, you can't really see it, but on Instagram, I have a sunglasses filter on. All right. So God gave us money, guys. God gave us money for a reason. If you have money, God wants you to be generous with that money. However, God would not have given you that money if He wanted you to give all of it away. So generally speaking, there's a limit of how much money, how much charity you should give. Generally, that number is about 20%. Between 10 and 20% is considered an appropriate amount of charity to give. More than that is generally considered a little bit too much in here, so that the YouTube people can see what's going on. So again, Steve, I love the Jewish generosity attitude of there's never such thing as too much charity. And the truth is most people will never give too much charity. Most people just don't give enough at all. However, there is in theory such a thing as too much charity unless you're really, really wealthy, in which case just give a lot. But otherwise, again, God wants us to have our money and to enjoy it to a certain extent. And we should give between 10 and 20% of our money to charity. That's the idea. And with that, we will start sign-off process here for Selfie Torah. Oh, I like these new sunglasses actually kind of better. No, what do you think? I don't know how to change. Ooh, different ones? No, not feeling it. Not feeling that either. All right, these are all right. So, thank you for joining Selfie Torah. Once again, we will be off next Tuesday in celebration of Rosh Hashanah. We'll be blowing the shofar. If you happen to be in Las Vegas and you're in Summerlin, I will be blowing the shofar at the Las Vegas Kollel on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm sorry, on Monday and Tuesday mornings. So you can feel free if you want to come and hear me blow the shofar. And as we always end with, first of all, a Shana Tova to you all. And thank you for joining. And how often do you Nageela? All day, every day. Have a good night. And, okay.